One day, a painful truth will hit you. Not when you're ready, not when life feels comfortable, but when you're alone with your thoughts. And that truth is this: nobody is coming to save you. Not motivation, not luck, not the perfect opportunity, not some magical future version of yourself. For years, people wait. They wait for confidence. They wait for the right moment. They wait for life to suddenly change. And while they're waiting, their life quietly passes them by. Because the truth most people spend their entire life avoiding is this: the person you've been waiting for has always been you. Most people don't realize they're waiting. They wake up every morning believing they're moving forward, but deep down, they're stuck. Waiting for more motivation, waiting for more confidence, waiting for a sign, waiting for permission, waiting for someone to tell them they're finally ready. But life doesn't work that way. Nobody arrives one day and hands you discipline. Nobody appears and gives you confidence. Nobody shows up and builds your future for you. Yet millions of people spend years living as if someone eventually will. They tell themselves, once things calm down, I'll start. Once I feel motivated, I'll change. Once the timing is right, I'll take action. But the timing is never perfect. The conditions are never perfect. And while they're waiting, their dreams remain exactly where they started, in their imagination. The truth is painful, but it is also freeing, because the moment you stop waiting, you finally begin moving. The most dangerous thing about waiting is that it feels harmless. One day doesn't seem important. One missed opportunity doesn't seem important. One excuse doesn't seem important. But life is not built in years. Life is built in days, and days become months.
Months become years, and eventually people wake up wondering where all the time went. The gym membership they never used, the business they never started, the skills they never learned, the dreams they never chased. Not because they weren't capable, because they kept waiting. Waiting has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. Failure teaches lessons. Waiting teaches regret. That's why regret hurts so much. Because deep down, you know what could have happened if you had simply started. Not perfectly, just started. Most people are not held back by a lack of talent. They are held back by hesitation. And hesitation quietly steals years from your life. At some point, every person faces a moment of truth, a moment where they realize that nobody is coming. And for some people, that realization breaks them. For others, it transforms them, because suddenly they stop expecting life to change on its own. They stop blaming circumstances. They stop blaming the past. They stop blaming other people. And they begin asking a different question. What can I do today? Not tomorrow, not next month, today. Because responsibility is powerful. The moment you take responsibility for your life, you take back control of your life. And control is something many people spend years giving away to excuses, to fear, to circumstances, to other people. But nobody can build your future except you. Nobody can do your work. Nobody can fight your battles. Nobody can live your life. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner your transformation begins.
The hardest part isn't working hard. The hardest part is accepting that the responsibility belongs to you, because that means you can no longer hide, you can no longer blame,
You can no longer wait. It's uncomfortable, terrifying even, because once you realize nobody is coming, every excuse loses its power. And that's exactly why so many people avoid this truth, because excuses feel safer than responsibility. Excuses protect the ego. Responsibility challenges it. Excuses allow people to stay where they are. Responsibility forces growth, and growth is uncomfortable. But discomfort is where life changes. Not inside comfort, not inside certainty, not inside excuses. Life changes when you take ownership. Even when you're scared, even when you're tired, even when you're unsure. Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite it.
The people you admire were not saved. They built themselves, one decision at a time, one habit at a time, one difficult day at a time. They faced rejection, failure, doubt, fear, but they kept moving. Not because they were special, because they understood something most people never do. Nobody was coming, and instead of feeling hopeless, they felt free. Because once you stop waiting for rescue, you start creating results. You stop asking life for permission. You stop waiting for motivation. You stop depending on circumstances, and you begin depending on yourself. That is where confidence comes from. Not success, not praise, not approval. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every workout completed, every difficult task finished, every excuse ignored. Those moments build self-respect, and self-respect changes everything. Because once you trust yourself, your entire life begins to change. One day, all of us run out of time. The question is not whether life will pass. The question is how you will spend it. Will you spend it waiting? Waiting for confidence? Waiting for certainty? Waiting for someone to save you? Or will you finally accept the truth? Nobody is coming. And that isn't bad news. It's the most empowering truth you'll ever hear. Because it means your future is still in your hands. It means your life is still your responsibility. It means you still have the power to change. Starting today, starting now, not when you feel ready, not when conditions become perfect, now. Because every day you spend waiting is a day you'll never get back. And every day you take ownership is a day you move closer to the person you're capable of becoming. So stop waiting. Stop hoping someone else will build the life you want. Stop looking outside yourself for the answers. The strength you've been searching for is already inside you. The discipline you've been waiting for must be created by you. The future you've dreamed about must be built by you. Nobody is coming to save you. And the moment you truly accept that is the moment your life finally begins.